Coyote vs. Acme is out in theaters this weekend after 3 years of purgatory. Warner Brothers leaders like David Zaslav tried to kill the thing, never to be seen, but now it's in cinemas thanks to a small distributor named Ketchup. That's real. They decided to buy it and send it out for the world to enjoy. The critics love it. But the question is this one worth your money, your time? Or has this Roadrunner perhaps been sent out in power savings mode? Coyote vs. Acme. It's got a 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and the critics are going gaga for this one. This is, well, it's frankly insane to see a 95%. This is usually reserved for some of the best and greatest films ever. The critics also are not keen to typically like cartoons. So, what say I, having seen the film? Is it any good?
But this begs the question, though, bro.
Yes.
Because when they review a movie like this makes me wonder, what's wrong with this film?
Well, it's boring. That's what's wrong with it.
I've been trained, Pro, to be told that I can't trust critic reviews, and you're now telling me that your immediate response to this movie is that it's boring.
I'm sorry, Steve.
They rated it 95%.
Steve, when I go to a cartoon film, I have some simple expectations. Unless it's something like Beauty and the Beast, and this is not Beauty and the Beast. I am going with the expectation that it's going to make me laugh or smile, or that I'll have a good time while I watch these characters that I love cross the screen. And in this case, folks, I wanted to love it. I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to stick my finger in the eye of Zaslav and those who killed this thing and made it go away. But the bottom line is, I probably kind of laughed 3 times in the entire film. 2 of those were a chuckle, and 1 time was actually, I thought that's funny. Most of the humor comes from Tweety Bird, actually, and Tweety Bird is not in the film very much. Really? One of the problems for this film is that the characters are 3D animated, and they are very, very stiff as a result of that. They do a good job with Wile E. Coyote, but other characters look bad. And you could actually see it in the trailer. They look bad.
Does it look like early Shrek animation for like the side characters?
It looks like cel-shaded PlayStation 2 at sometimes. It's bad. Now, the thing is, though, you can get over that if except that there's the Looney Tunes, and we want to see them be the Looney Tunes. And every time they're on the screen, they're just not quite the Looney Tunes. They're not loony, except for Daffy. The rest of them never actually, and they don't do anything funny. There is one exception to this, by the way, and it's Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny, I believe, is hand-drawn. And I suspect that's because as they were trying to do the 3D animations for him, they realized this doesn't work. Like, you can't do that. Porky Pig gets barely any time in the movie. So many of them are just, flashes, and they're
Porky
gone.
On the screen would have been, like Porky at the witness stand would have been like...
Yeah, I know.
And that doesn't happen?
No, you get... Porky's in it for 5 seconds.
What?
The other problem is they don't sound like... I know Mel Blanc's been gone for a long time, but some of these don't sound. Others do. The guy playing Bugs Bunny does a great job. Same thing with Tweety Bird, and so that's great. But some of these don't sound... And I'll give you another example, too, Steve. Like, how do you mess up the Roadrunner's beep beep sound? Like, it's just on file. How do you mess that up?
They messed up.
I don't know. They messed up the Roadrunner's beep beep, Steve. Sorry, I went a little Seinfelder. But all that said, is it a bad movie? No, it's not a bad movie. Is it enjoyable? It's fine. It's fine. It's not riveting. It's not exciting. It has some mild humor that it'll raise a corner, of your smile, and you go, that's okay. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. But there's, are you going to go in here and guffaw? No, there's not a single moment for a guffaw. And it's just, it's just there. I'll say this. It's clever. It's clever.
So the premise,
but it never lands the cleverness.
So it's got a good premise. It just, the overall execution doesn't match what the premise could offer.
How about this, Steve? It's like, it's what I imagine the folks at NPR would think a Looney Tunes movie should be to be funny. Like, I imagine that that NPR, the review tomorrow, will be something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Straight Talk with NPR, and we've just seen the Looney Tunes movie. Steve, could you talk like this in your mic for a minute, please?
Absolutely, I can do that.
Okay. Steve, I've just seen the Looney Tunes movie, and I have to say it had me quite in the stitches. I had a real case of the giggles at least 7 times, and, it really left me on the top shelf. I can't stop raving about it.
So then, what was the part that stood out the most?
I gotta say, finding that the Coyote and the Roadrunner have a relationship that is special and meaningful. It's as touching to me as the time that we had Bert and Ernie on the show, and they went through some of their trials and tribulations.
That sounds deep.
Yeah, it's more broadly a deep touch with humanity.
Who would have thought that, like, the Roadrunner and the Coyote could actually do that?
I know, right? And folks, keep listening to NPR. All right, so that's the film's okay. It's okay. It's nothing special. It's passable.
So
and there are some
Does anything happen
mild.
to the courtroom? I just need to know that. Like, does anybody do anything to the courtroom?
No.
No.
One of the highlights is that Jim Cummings reprises as Taz, but even he gets like 30 seconds, and you just so many times in the movie you just want to say, "Let the Looney Tunes be Looney Tunes."
So essentially,
Let them loose.
So what you're wanting for them is to actually let the characters breathe and actually
Please let them
chew up
actually
the
be
screen.
funny.
So did they emphasize the human characters too much? Is it almost like the same issue as like Godzilla?
I'll tell you what. This just struck me, Steve. Do you remember the ABC show The Muppets, where it was like The Office?
Yeah.
It was The Muppet. That's what this is.
Okay, so I actually kind of liked that show. That's the problem.
Well, Steve, you need to go see this.
I liked
You
where
need to
this
go
is
see Looney
going.
Tunes. I'll tell you too, though. The other thing is that the Foghorn Leghorn, number one, does not work as a 3D model, but number two, the voice actor is bad and gets worse as time goes on in the movie and does not sound like Foghorn Leghorn at
So is
all.
it because this movie was shelved and then released later that they needed to get different voice actors? Is that
Nope.
the issue?
No, I don't think so. I think probably Warner Brothers has people selected to be voiceover artists for the Looney Tunes, and some of them just aren't up to par.
So it's kind of like Matt Vogel with Kermit.
I hold Kermit the Frog here. No, that's actually better than Matt Vogel. Sorry, I tried to.
Matt Vogel.
Sorry, I tried to be bad and I couldn't do it. That's what I think has happened here. And we've got Will Forte. He's okay. I'm not a Will Ferrell guy, but I feel like Will Ferrell would have been better in this, better suited to this role. It's just everything's too flat.
So
Everything in the movie is too flat.
because from what I'm hearing, like you would need like an actual either someone who can pull off slapstick like Will Ferrell,
There's no slapstick in this movie either, which is just bizarre.
what?
No slapstick
Okay,
whatsoever.
otherwise you would need someone who like a Michael Caine who could play opposite to Kermit and just play it totally straight. So, but you don't get that.
Nope. But again, it's fine. I don't want people, because I'm going to get some haters who come back and say, "Bro, I watched it and I just had a good time with it."
Well,
It's gonna be like,
people are
"Yes,
already
it's
saying in the
okay.
chat here they completely disagree with you.
It's okay.
But
But it's not okay. Okay, the people in chat who disagree, let me ask you this, okay? If you disagree with me in the chat, how many times did you laugh in this movie? Like, actually, you laughed. Just tell me that. Because that's where I'm coming from, and I'm thinking, I just didn't, I need a couple, like, if Who Framed Roger Rabbit, if we're going to talk about it in terms of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, if we're going to compare it to that, how many times watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit originally, how many times did you laugh in the movie? A dozen at least, and very, very memorable. And I would just argue that because I think people are going to have an emotional desire for this movie to succeed. And I actually have that too. Like, I want people to go see this movie. because I want it to succeed, because I don't like this idea of taking things that are worthwhile, and this is worthwhile, and turning them into tax write-offs like Warner Brothers tried to do. So I want people to go see it. I want it to succeed.
So is this one of the questions that I have is this movie possibly going to have, what's that word? Not rewatchability. Is it going to age well? Like, is it going to, does it actually have the possibility, because it's not strapped to a time frame necessarily, and can actually be ageless? Because Looney Tunes, well, obviously like Michael Jordan in his prime, like that's relegated to a time, but that movie is timeless. Whereas I still haven't seen Space Jam 2, but I have heard zero people talk about it since it came out. So
this is way better than Space Jam 2.
So what was your rating for Space Jam 2?
Hot garbage. Total unbelievable garbage.
So like 1 out of 10, if that.
It was like a 2.5 out of 10.
Okay, what would you rate this?
Yeah, you want me to give the review score right now, huh?
Well, I think that you've given enough context to, because you keep saying it's fine, so that means
fine.
that it's at least a 5.
It's fine.
6 out of 10. Okay,
it's fine. What I'm trying to say is, if people think this is a 95 out of 10 because of Rotten Tomatoes, and they go in thinking, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to watch," I'm going in to watch the next Moana. I'm going in watching Coco. I'm going to watch. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I'm going to go watch Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to go watch Aladdin. No.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay.
Because this is about the same score that you've given other movies that you've said that you've actually really enjoyed.
Like what?
I can't remember now. I just
Called you out way too harshly.
You did. I'm trying to.
Give me the names, you.
But there's movies that you say, "Oh, what was it?" Dang it! What movie is that? I can't. I remember you saying.
You watch your language, sir. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Dang it!
I'm sure you did. Filthy.
No, but there's movies that you've said you've enjoyed that where you were like 6 out
of 10.
Well,
let's walk through them. Okay, so there was the Hoppers. You had that like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. This is better than Hoppers.
Okay, which I mean, because that
movie not as good as Toy Story 5. It's not as good as Minions versus Monsters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't you give Minions versus Monsters like a 6 or a 7?
7. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Toy Story 5 got a 7.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's just
so. But so then part of my question is though, like, did you go in maybe expecting this thing to be a lot better?
Yeah.
And it just
because I saw a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics
shut up.
who
You know not to trust that score. Why would you? This is okay. You can't.
They hate this kind of stuff. They want artsy fartsy, one battle after another. Give me the Odyssey kind of things. They hate Looney Tunes.
So you actually trusted it to be good?
No, Steve.
Because they rated it high?
Steve, listen to me. Steve, I'm going to move the mic for this. Folks, I don't get it. Listen to me. When I was a kid, Steve, way back when I was just a little pro, my favorite Looney Tunes characters were the Roadrunner and Coyote. They're funny, Steve.
They are.
In this movie, they're not funny. They're muted. And no, sir, I don't like it. But it's an okay movie. It's fine. That was more serious than I intended. I'm sorry. 6 out of 10.
Okay.
You gonna go see it?
I very rarely see movies. Someone paid for our family to go see Spider-Man 2 tomorrow. So
Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say Spider-Man 2? I meant Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a better movie.
Okay.
I gave it a 9.7 out of 10. But that said, this movie's fine. It's fine.
So, but the nice thing is, so what are the highlights of this movie? Because you've ragged on it saying it's fine.
The 3-second gag with Pepe Le Pew is really funny.
Okay.
Tweety Bird with John Cena. There's a little gag they pull that's pretty funny.
Okay.
Can I spoil that one?
This is your show. You tell me.
Folks, can I spoil that one? I'm going to spoil that one. You can close your ears if you don't want to hear it. John Cena is squeezing the guts out of Tweety Bird. He's a mean man. John Cena, not the bird. He's squeezing him, and he's a bad man. And he says, "Tell me what you saw." And Tweety Bird says, I taught. And John Cena cuts him off and says, "I didn't ask you what you taught, you taw. I asked you what you taw."
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
bad.
I hope you didn't like ramp it up to be better than it actually was. Because that's
can I spoil the whole movie real quick? Folks, close your ears, okay? Or just get out of here if you don't want to. I'm going to spoil the whole thing. You ready? The big gag, Steve.
Yeah.
The big funny, the big Sixth Sense moment in the movie.
Really?
We find out at the end of the movie that the Coyote is suing Acme. Not because he actually wants to get revenge on Acme for their failed products, but because he wants to get the Roadrunner on the witness stand so that he can kill him and eat him.
See, I love that, though. That's a great premise.
See? So, you know what? It's fun.
No, hey, Florent. What you doing? Thinking about Rome?
No, I wasn't. But thanks. Now I lost the game.
Dang it. Now I lost the game. Oh, no. Well, now you're a double loser.
Hey, guys.
Game.
You know what would help you in your grief? Forgetting those things and filling your mind with articles from thatpartplace.com and using that website as a launching pad to get you lost in thought with all of the team from there.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Flora, would you look down here?
I hate you. Now,